Here in the UK, inflation appeared to be moving back towards its target, 2.0%. We were entering a phase in which the main question for the Monetary Policy Committee then would be what level of interest rates would sustainably keep inflation there. Well, as often happens in economies, that judgment was rather short-lived. And soon afterwards, of course, the conflict in the Middle East introduced a new source of uncertainty into the global economy. Energy prices rose sharply before easing back, and inflation now will take longer to return to target. But the encouraging news is that much of the recent evidence remains consistent with the view that underlying inflationary pressures are moderating. But uncertainty does remain an important feature of the current environment, as we've been seeing only recently in the last few days. But we will do what is necessary to ensure inflation returns sustainably to target. That objective, of course, remains unchanged. But this evening, I want to step back from the immediate cyclical challenges and consider a longer-term question, really picking up on what the Chancellor's been talking about. How do we raise the growth potential of the UK economy further? And for me, two facts stand out. The UK has, for the last 15 years and more, experienced quite a prolonged period of what, by the previous standards, has been relatively weaker growth. And over that same period, we've been hit by a succession of major supply-side shocks. The global financial crisis, Brexit, the pandemic, the energy shock following Russia's invasion of Ukraine, and now the geopolitical tensions in the Middle East. And these events have shaped the environment in which businesses, households, and policymakers have to operate. And we have, over that period, seen a marked slowdown in productivity growth. For the financial crisis, the UK economy's potential growth rate was a bit above 2.5% a year. Since then, it's been a little bit more, but only a little bit more than half that pace. And that has been mainly caused by lower productivity growth. And that's not an abstract statistical thing. Lower productivity growth means lower growth in incomes and lower growth in living standards. It means fewer resources are available for households, businesses, and public services. So reversing this trend and continuing to reverse this trend must be a national priority.